And we're back. Chip Confer, my friend. That song ends so abruptly that I'm like sitting here waiting for it to go, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to speak. Okay. Chip,
I
how you
bang
doing,
my
my
head
friend?
every time.
Do
I'm
you?
just sitting there banging my head. I'm doing
Nice.
good. How are you?
Man, I'm a puppet.
You're a
That's how I
puppet.
am. I'm a puppet. Uh, we
Oh
were
yeah, I saw that video.
I'm a puppet. We were invited on to a game show for one of our YouTube friends, and afterwards, one of the people who works with them turns it into puppets doing it. So I was turned into a puppet this week. My life goals are complete. I'm a puppet.
I saw that. I like that show because what did they have? Bruno stunt double. Then I've also seen Bob Chapek on the show.
Yeah, those guys do a amazing job. I guess the one guy, Mark Andrada, with We Lake Theme Parks, he is a Second City performer in Toronto. So
Oh, okay.
comedy is in their blood up there. And then the other gentleman who hosted, Christopher Bond, he is the guy who wrote Evil Dead the Musical.
Oh wow.
And then Miriam is so smart, and she's a Disneyland girl, and she knows more about Disneyland than anybody I know. And I keep telling them that Disneyland needs to hire her as like just all she needs to do is just talk about Disneyland, and Disneyland should hire her. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got invited on as Chip and Co to go on there and just kind of have a discussion on Star Wars again, because we're going to beat that horse until it's dead. 5 minutes of fame. I don't know. So yeah, I'm a puppet. That's good. That's a good
Are you
week.
going to plug the show? People at home.
It was
wondering?
okay for people at home. I wasn't going to. I did kind of mention. So we like theme parks. Is the podcast and the show on YouTube. Just search We Like Theme Parks. It's part of FPE Network down here. And they do an amazing job. I was all over the network this past week. Like I said, beating Star Wars until it was dead. Like it owed me money, Chip. Like it owed me money.
We like theme parks too.
We like theme parks, but we love theme parks, or we wouldn't be doing this. So,
Very true.
yeah, let's see. How was our week? How was your week? How was the Penguins game? I know you went and saw North Carolina, the Panthers. Sorry, not the Panthers. Did I say Panthers? The Hurricanes.
Yeah,
Talking
they're up
hockey here. The Hurricanes against the Penguins.
Yeah, they lost.
Which team?
The Penguins did.
The Penguins lost. Oh. And
It was
at
a
the
good
end of the
game.
day, you're a fan of both, but Penguins are your hometown team, and you support them.
You know, I got into an online argument with someone because I went and posted on the Carolina Hurricanes page, Let's Go Pens, and some guy called me some fair weather fan. Just,
Hey, poor guy has no clue he's talking to.
I mean, I grew up watching the Penguins, so anyway, just like I grew up going to Disney.
Right. So Disney this week, man, was a good week. We did not get out to a lot of the parks. We were finishing up doing a media event called Disney Dreamers Academy, which is one of the best events I think I've ever done. Now, you have covered this almost all 15 years.
No, I don't think so. It hasn't been that long. And Lizette was the one that would cover it.
Right,
I've never been.
Chip and Company as a company
Oh, yeah.
has covered it for many years. You got to go back, what, 4 years at least?
Yeah, we've been going for, man, 5 or 6 years maybe.
Right. And then the pandemic year when they did not do it. They did a
Yeah.
virtual something, but this year was. So, yeah, they brought out 100 teens from across America. And they are, how does Disney actually put this? Let me see. I actually have it in the article. So Disney brings out, and they're working with HCBUs, which is historically Black colleges and universities. They brought it back for its 15th year. And it's to broaden career awareness and create opportunities for Black students and teens from underrepresented communities across America. Now, this does not mean that it is only Black or African American students only. This is open to all underrepresented communities across America. And these kids, and I say kids because they're 15, 16, 17, but the knowledge that they brought, the experiences in their life, how smart, these kids are smarter than I ever was. And it really, doing this event opened my eyes to, man, I'm not scared of the next generation coming up. These kids are so smart and so knowledgeable. one of the cool events that we got to see. We talked a little bit about the opening event and Mickey's cavalcade and Mickey coming out, but some of the other events they had going on all week were they were broken up into teams and had a social media challenge. And they were trying to get start off from square one to see how many likes and comments and how much impressions they can get across all social media platforms. And man, some of these kids ended up with like 10,000 likes on certain things. Like how that's just how massive they got. They just understand technology. They understand what this world is about, and we're able to use that knowledge. And so we got a great shot of when they announced the winners at the end, and these kids were crying and jumping up and down and just being kids, like no worries, no nothing. You just had a great week at Disney, and they're going to take all these skills back to their community and lift up their community that they represent. And it was really a great moment to watch. We got to see.
I'm old, so I struggle with things like TikTok and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, these kids it's just secondhand knowledge. Like I remember being like when here's how old I am. Like I remember before there was computer modems and stuff. So I remember when AOL came out and being a genius with it. Like, oh, there's groups I can go join. And these kids have so many different platforms that they can use for their ends. And yeah, there's so much that you have to know more than just one thing. You have to know knowledge on all these, and that's what these kids are good at.
Are you picking on me? It kind of feels like you're picking on me right now.
No, I'm not picking on anybody.
I mean, I still use Facebook, a little bit of Instagram.
We're going to be the last bastion. We're going to be that little island off to the side on Facebook. When everybody else leaves it, everybody's going to come to our island. It's just going to be you, me, Chip and Company, and all the fans just on a little island to ourselves while everybody else is like, we hate Facebook. Like, not me.
I mean, I tried to keep my MySpace going as long as I could.
You probably still know Tom, don't you? Like, it's you and Tom, and that's it on MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to watch. Obviously, you know Disney better than almost anybody I know. The Wdw Ambassador Program, they actually showed up a lot at this event. Rayvon is the gentleman who is the ambassador for Walt Disney World Resorts. He was over there mentoring the kids. He sat at a Disney Disney entertainment table, just kind of giving these kids, I guess it was about 10 students, lessons on how to become part of Disney and become a cast member and how to focus what you want to do towards the entertainment way. Over another table was Bruce.
Do you know?
Smith.
Do you know he is like the master of taking selfies? I saw both Disney World ambassadors at what was the event I went to last year? What 50th? Was the food? Oh yeah, the 50th. That's right. I saw him and I forget the girl's name. They were both walking into like the Epcot World Showcase area, that little back area where you were hanging out all weekend. And I'm like, hey, can I get a picture? And he's like, I tried to reach my arm out. I couldn't get everybody. He's like, give me that. And he grabs my phone and takes all these selfies. He's like the perfect selfie picture taker I've ever met. They were amazing pictures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he can put that he's just a smiley, happy person anyway. Yeah. But he turns on that glow and it's like a little twinkle out of his eye every time he does it. He's really, really good at it.
He's kind of like you are, where you just wake up and are in, fifth gear.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to be ready to go. So Allie Mannion is her name, is the female WDW Walt Disney World Resorts ambassador. Yeah, her and Rayvon Redding. Yeah, Rayvon's amazing. I was sitting there. There's Kelly Rowland in front of me, Mickey Mouse off to the side of me, and Rayvon walks by. He's like, "Hey, Greg, how you doing?" And I was like, "Great." I was like, "Selfie." He's like, "Click," ready to go, and he was out the door. I was like, "Man, this guy's a professional." Not only that, he's just Walt Disney's not going to hire somebody to not to be, what's the word I'm looking for, to be a bad ambassador. This kid is good, man. I got to see him sitting at the table, and then a table behind him, there was some Disney executives and some of the PR heads of public relations that were trying to show these kids a path to go on. And then behind that was Bruce W. Smith, who sat at the animators table. Bruce W. Smith is one of the best animators I think I've ever seen. Not only has he created the Proud Family, which is coming back to Disney Plus, I think this month is the first episode. So that's having a resurgence, and he was directly involved in that. But he also did artwork on Princess and the Frog. I do believe he did the Gators that were on there and a few other parts.
Oh, wow.
But watching these youth sit there at the table, the two Utes, all of a sudden I went Philly and New York on you. The Utes, these kids, watching them enraptured by how Bruce W. Smith was giving his story and telling them all the stuff that he worked on and how he came from the exact same communities that these kids are from, and showing that you can overcome any adversity was simply amazing. It did my heart really good to watch this whole week. And then we got to, I mean, look, you're treated really well doing an event like this. Disney does an amazing job. We had our own personal reps that would take us to and from everything.
Oh, Lord, she probably hated you by the end.
Oh, no, come on. This poor girl. I'm sorry, man. I had to. She was amazing. I kept on. So she, at one point, we had about an hour downtime. I was like, oh, I would like to go out into Epcot and see if I can do a few things. And like the limoncello ears had come out, and Anna and Elsa were back. But on the way around Epcot, we kept on stopping at every princess station, and I had to say hi and get a selfie with every princess. And I was like, you get in the picture with them. She's like, what? I was like, get in the picture with them. So I had like 30 images of her with characters. And by the time she was done, she was all smiles, and she was so happy that somebody would play along and just not be a curmudgeon and enjoy life. Like, look, man, we're covering Disney. How bad can life be?
Yeah, those media reps that sometimes go with us are really great, and they're not part of the media event. Like, one of the best ones I had, she was one of the managers at the World of Disney store, Danielle, and we had so much fun for the, what was it, Toy Story Land event.
Right.
We had so much fun hanging out, and I made a new friend that I'm still friends with, from a media event.
Yeah,
And
Wendy was amazing, and she, like you said, she doesn't represent the actual event, what's going on, but she's a Disney employee. She's a cast member. But you can tell how much these cast members love their job. Like, this is what they do on their day off. I mean, obviously they're getting paid, but this is they want to be around Disney. They want to live the lifestyle. They want to be part of things. You get to see behind the scenes stuff, and I am not allowed to talk about all that stuff because it wants to come out. But yeah, it got to the point where she was just like, if I see your phone come out, I'm going to slap it out of your hand. It's like, that's probably smart. That's because, look, I don't want to upset anybody, but I was backstage and I was like, oh, I could take a picture of that. Oh, I could take a picture of that. And I was like, nah, put the phone away. So it was interesting. But yeah, Wendy was an amazing Disney rep. It's so weird having somebody like, at one point I'm walking through Epcot and she has a sign that says Chip and Company, Greg, on it. And like, she's holding it up and it's just me and her walking through World Showcase. And I'm like, you could put the sign down. Wait, you seriously, go ahead, put the sign down. I'm a little embarrassed here.
Meanwhile, your head's getting bigger and bigger.
I'm like,
bigger.
Don't you people know who I am? I am a king today. And I didn't, at one point, we had an event at Living with the Seas upstairs, which is actually upstairs at Coral Reef Restaurant, which the buildings are connected. That everybody knows this. So she was like, okay, well, we'll go on the side and then we'll go up the stairs. I was like, what do you mean go on the side? I was like, we have to go into Living with the Land, right? She's like, or Living with the Seas. I was like, yes, we have to go into the seas. I was like, great, we're going to take Nemo to get in there. She's like, no, we're not. I was like, yes, we are. So I made her ride Nemo with me just to get inside. Like, this is great. And speaking of that, Have you ever been upstairs the lounge at Seas?
I have not.
It could be, if I was to ever get remarried, which my wife's looking at me funny right now. This is the spot I would do.
The word you're looking for is remarried.
Not remarried. If I was to renew my
Holly,
vows.
if he comes after you, call me, text me something.
I just got into so much trouble. If I were to renew my vows, I would do it upstairs in this space, above Coral Reef Restaurant and the Seas, is an event space that it's part of the aquarium. You overlook where the Nemo goes through the water section, and so you're upstairs, and that's 2 floors. The room itself is stunning, with some of the best art pieces up there I've ever seen. And it's
Wasn't there a piano or something up there?
Not only was there a piano, but there was a clear piano.
Wow.
Like acrylic, perfectly clear, with the best view. I was just sitting there going, man, what was I doing at 17? Why couldn't I be upstairs at Coral Reef Rest Lounge or Living with the Seas Lounge, hanging out?
Do you think the kids realize like how special some of these places they went to?
I think some of them did.
Okay.
You know, speaking of the kids, so I think some of them really realized that this was their that one dream vacation that they were going to have, and they were busy the whole time. You know what I don't think? I think the parents and the chaperones didn't understand how involved they were going to have to be. These wonderful human beings were so exhausted by the last day. You could see it on their faces. You could see that they had walked Disney World and not realized that they were going to put on like 12 to 15 miles a day just walking around the resorts.
Yeah, I would think like, hey, I got free daycare. I'm going to go enjoy the parks. You have fun.
Yeah, well, they didn't expect how much work it really is to do that. Like, you have to be in shape to do Disney on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting in, I know for me, I usually do about 9 to 12 miles a day.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
I'm
trying to think of steps. It's always
no, you're I would think you're about right. Like,
it's like 20. I usually do about 20,000 steps a day at Disney.
Yeah, whatever that equals to.
20,000 really short steps. Like my steps are probably half of yours.
Well, you're also a gremlin. So
yeah. Well, I'm Italian. You know, Italians aren't that tall.
You're an Italian gremlin? What do you call it? See, now I'm going to find the legend of the Italian gremlin. You can go hang out at Royal Summer House. So anyway, speaking of Epcot, because that was the one park we really got to this week. I think I lived there for the last 4 days. And believe me, there is no complaint in my voice. If I have to be somewhere, I'm okay with being at Epcot for 4 days in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite part.
Yeah, and it's just, I was in there late at night. I was there early in the morning. I was there when the park opened. It's just so peaceful. And this time of year, like if you go in there in the morning, the scents from all the flowers they have going on all mixed together, and it's just overwhelming your senses. And it's beautiful out there. So yeah, we got to go over to Epcot. We got to see, who did we see over there? Anna and Elsa, Royal Summer House. That's why I keep mentioning that. I'm like, why do I keep mentioning Anna and Elsa all of a sudden today?
Look at your notes.
Yes. Thank you. Like, because it's
right
right
it down beforehand.
Right. Behind the scenes, I write down half the stuff I'm going to say. The other stuff just comes out naturally. That's why you always get a weird conversation somewhere along the line.
I do bullet points. You know, there's maybe like 5 or 6 items on my list, and then you're like all over the place.
Right, and we do have a format. Somewhere in the whole thing is we wrote out a format of what the show's going to be. So I'm glad you can stay on target.
That's
Royal Summer House reopened.
That's why we talked beforehand, just to have an idea.
Oh, is that what that meeting's for? I thought it's for just you and I to continue BSing.
Yeah. Well, I try not to waste all my good comedy during our little meeting before the podcast, and I save it for like right now. Like right now would be a good time to have some good comedy, but I have nothing.
Please insert joke here. That's great. This is
so meet and greets.
Timing. Anyway, so Royal Summer House. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Royal Summer House which is the meet and greet zone for Anna and Elsa, reopened, which is, to be quite honest, very good. It is a step in the right direction. They are still doing distanced meet and greets, and by distance I mean like 2-3 inches.
I mean, I remember when they were outside, I got pretty close to them, except
Yeah,
for the
this is
restraining
definitely
order.
different than outside. This is definitely, first off, you're allowed back indoors and you don't need to have a mask on. There is a rope, that one of those hanging stanchion ropes that is there, and but they came right up to the rope and talked to us and got great pictures, and they spent a lot of time with us. I mean, look, it felt like a normal meet and greet. Um, and I'm hesitant to say this because I don't want people to think that it's happening right now, but over a few other places, we've heard from people who are getting as close as they possibly can without hugging the character.
Well, they're doing it at Disneyland Paris. That's what first started it. Is what last week they basically opened it up so you can get close to the characters again.
Right, which is, I mean, come on, how many articles and how many comments have you seen about how angry fans were that they couldn't get up close to the character and hug them?
Yeah.
And they would just, this is not the same thing. And they're right, it isn't the same thing. But we do have news in a positive light from Christine McCarthy, who is the Disney CFO, during a Q&A session at Morgan Stanley.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And I think you put the article up almost immediately after we had seen the written transcript of it.
Yeah, I had to get out of bed last night. I was watching a TV show and I saw it making the rounds, so I had to get out of bed and write it. It was like, I turned into a pumpkin like around 7 o'clock, so it was around 8:30. I had to write it.
Who's watching the shop while you're down? Because stuff goes crazy. Obviously, you are still.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
If you're getting out of bed to have to finish writing these articles.
Yeah.
So
on my phone. No, there was no hockey game on last night, so I was good.
Oh, okay. So we only have to worry until June when hockey season's over, and then we're good.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how you do it. You're running the ship 24/7. So, Christine McCarthy, Disney CFO, Q&A session, Morgan Stanley. There's my notes. What did she say? She said that meet and greets will be back to in full soon. So you will be able to hug characters again. You'll be able to get up close, get your pictures with them, interact with the characters, have them sign your character autograph book. Is coming back, quote unquote, soon.
Yep.
So if we were to guess soon, and I mean, I don't want to put us under a microscope, but I think it's going to happen sooner than later. Like, I think it's going to be I think by the time March is over, we're looking at that.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, especially if Disneyland Paris has just opened it up. Usually Disney World and Disneyland will follow right behind them.
Right. So off topic, and we didn't write this down. It's not going to throw a curveball at you. Disneyland Paris, man. Have you seen the 30th anniversary stuff coming out of that?
Yeah, I mean, that drone show looks really cool.
That drone show looks amazing. Like, I know they started the drone show here at Disney Springs, and then that went off to somewhere else. But seeing a drone show at a Disney park is really cool. The merchandise is hot. It is really good out there.
Speaking of merchandise, have you gotten your new ears from, what is it, Shanghai?
Yes, they are actually in the mail today. We got the notice from our FedEx guy.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, I have to already. I want to replace them with the new ears from Disneyland Paris's 30th. There's a new Chip and Dale set that they're facing the opposite ways, and they're holding onto the ears in their outfits. Man, they look awesome.
I'm sure they're on eBay if you look.
I would imagine, but they're probably like the ones I got from Shanghai were like $13 and then $40 shipping and handling.
Yikes.
They were coming from Shanghai. So I was like, okay. I think that was the best deal I could find. And they're not called ears. They're called, what is the bands?
Headbands?
Yeah, the headbands. Thank you. The word is escaping me. The password is. And then so Paris looks amazing. Some of the merchandise, like I said, is really good. Some of it looks like the 50th anniversary merchandise that we have, but other aspects for their 30th look tremendous. I can't wait to see more pictures and more information coming out from over there. A lot of art installations that look really cool. It's very Parisian.
Yeah, I was gonna try to. They open it up for media to apply to go to the media event for the 30th, but when I looked at prices for plane tickets, I was like, "Yikes, that's a little too high for me."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, are you telling me that I could have paid my own way to Paris and gone to the media event?
Yeah, they would have set you up in a room, I'm sure.
Yeah, see, one day, my friend, that and Tokyo Disney Seas are the two parts. One of these days we're gonna have an episode about which parks you want to go see across the world, because I know you've been to tons, and I've actually only been to Disney World, Disneyland. I've not been to any overseas ones yet.
I want to do the Asian parks, do Tokyo Disney, shoot down to Shanghai, and then Hong Kong, or is it Hong Kong and Shanghai? I want to do those three eventually sometime in my life.
Yes, I think Tokyo Disney Seas is my number one bucket list, followed by Paris and then Shanghai and Hong Kong. So I will hopefully within the next 10 years we'll do that. I think that's what I will. That's my goal. That's my bucket
Well, we'll
list
do it
right there.
together, and then one of us will come back and one won't.
Wait, did we all of a sudden just go into Thunderdome Disney style? Is Tina Turner going to be singing any second?
Well, I'm saying
Wait,
probably.
why is one of us not returning?
I'm thinking like 2 weeks of you're like wide open and me like in the middle.
Oh man, I feel sorry for my wife half the time. Like, I know I'm much, man. Imagine you and I going over there. You just being that even key. I would finally break you. Like, you're the most even person in the world. Just so smooth, just so great, always there, never up, never down. I'm all over the place. Like, I would finally break you. You just be like, shut up, just shut up.
A lot of times while we're recording this and you're going off on one of your tangents, I'm cleaning like my keyboard or my desk.
That's what it
Just
happens
like,
at
all
home
right.
too.
I have like this slime that my kids got me for Christmas that I use that to clean the desk.
So the choices are listen to what Greg's saying or play with slime on your keyboard. Okay. I see where I
choose the
stand.
slime.
You chose the slime. You chose correctly. Thanks, Indiana. Yeah.
So where are we at now?
What just happened there? That wasn't in my notes. I thought we had meetings about this. Yeah. Okay. So back home to the Walt Disney World Resort. So last night not last night. I live here all the time. Not just last night. So I live 6.7 miles from Animal Kingdom. Takes me 20 minutes to get there.
By the crow flies, or
yeah,
is that?
No, that's how my direction takes me Western Way and back there, because I'm only off of the 192/27 in Davenport area.
You're
in
near the
Davenport
Margaritaville
International.
Resort,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I'm actually right behind that. So
Okay.
it's doesn't take, it's like 12 miles to Magic Kingdom, whatever that difference is. So it doesn't take me long to get to the parks. So whatever weather I get, the parks get. There's no difference. I'm in the same zone as the parks, except for Florida, which just likes to throw up a random storm on your car only and then go away. So last night, storms rolled through. And I don't even want to say that they were bad storms, but it was the first storm we had of the season, which means it's summertime. And Disney World got flooded, man.
Yeah, there's only 2
crazy.
seasons in Florida, so
right. It's either you're swimming or you're sweating.
yeah. At least that's how it was when I grew up in Tampa.
Yeah, and I don't think the weather's too different from Tampa. I mean, you can have a little bit more of the onshore weather.
Yeah.
Or offshore weather? Offshore weather.
Onshore.
Coming onshore?
Yeah, the
I've
weather
never lived by
comes
the
from
sea.
the Gulf, so onshore.
Onshore. Yeah, let's just go with onshore. Somebody will correct us at some point. So Hollywood Studios got flooded last night. Epcot flooded. Magic Kingdom also flooded. We did have pictures up from Hollywood Studios where people are dancing down the street in 6-7 inches of water.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it flooded everywhere. And I gotta think, what's so weird about this is normally the water drainage system at Disney is
The what?
really good.
The what again?
The water drainage. Well, it washed them clean. That's what it did there. See?
There you
go. Normally their drainage systems are really good. I think it just flooded because it has not been in use for a few months. It's been dry. Like there has been some major forest fires going up in the Panhandle.
Oh wow.
There was one I live in what's considered Polk County, and they're like on the edges of Polk County on the opposite side of the state. So yeah, it has not rained very much here at all. So last night was the first major storm that came through.
But it's going to be raining for the next few days, isn't it? Before I get down there?
It's supposed to rain again today around 3 o'clock and do exactly the same as it did yesterday. So maybe all the garbage that is piled up in their drainage system is all gone and washed away, all the mud and stuff. So we shouldn't have flooding again for a few months until it gets really, really bad. You've been down here during the rainy, floody season. Do you have any good stories on that?
I usually wear
Disney World.
Yeah, I usually wear Tevas on those days. So even if I do get wet, I can just, they're Tevas. My feet are out there in the open. Yeah, gross. I know how you like that.
Oh, no, it's the Crocs. I can't do the Crocs. Wearing Crocs on Soarin'. Ew, I don't want to see the bottom of your feet. Come on.
I usually take my shoes off on Soarin'.
You're not the only person. It's a natural occurrence. Like everybody does it. I just sit back going, I don't want to.
It's either that or my Sanuk flops are just gonna fly all over the place. Smack you in the head. Would you rather see the bottom of my feet or get smacked in the head with the shoe?
I'll go with the bottom of the feet because no, the first time it happened, I'd be upset. The second time, I would probably have issues in my pants after crying and laughing so hard.
See, I'm short. Like I'm sitting at my desk right now, and my feet are like moving back and forth because the chair doesn't go low enough for me. I still have to feed the seatbelt through the little loop.
Yeah, okay. See, I use that as a handle to hold on to because I want to feel like I'm flying, and you're like, I don't want to fall out.
I'm used to it. I don't even think about it.
Right. I mean, it's nothing to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 5'5". But still, this chair is not quite. Doesn't go down quite enough.
Right. And speaking of coming down here, you are coming down here this week. Into our next segment of what are we doing this week? So what are we doing this week, Chip? You're coming down.
Yeah, we're off script. Let me look. Let me bring up my plans from Disney.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, I did miss things. Oh, wait, let's go back. See, okay. It's one of those days, people. It's been a long weekend. What are we on, Tuesday already? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. All right, let's finish up in the parks because we did actually have two other things to mention. Guardians of the Galaxy. We are getting closer and closer to the opening of that. Hopefully we will have media preview for that, which it's never expected, but it's nice when it comes in. If we don't get that, at least we will get annual pass holder preview.
Yeah,
and if we don't get that, you'll get DVC preview.
That's smart. And I like how they do the previews like that.
Yeah, and I also think that they're going to, when it does open, it's going to turn into virtual queue for a few months, like they did with Rise of the Resistance. And the trick is how long that is going to last.
I've got about a 50-50 chance of getting the virtual queue when they do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually on there right at 7 o'clock. And sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. It's about 50% though.
That's not bad.
No,
there's tricks to it. There's ways of knowing when and how to do it, and it's just having an atomic clock, a finger that's quicker than anybody else. You have to be Doc Hollywood, and the fastest trigger in the West. But
Doc
construction
Hollywood?
is moving on over there.
Doc Hollywood. That was a movie with Michael J. Fox.
Is that what it is? What's his name? Tombstone.
Doc Holliday, maybe?
Doc Holliday, not Doc Hollywood. I am going to get trashed in the comments
You have
for
to be
this.
Back to the Future on it.
I did just Back to the Future. Marty, we need 1.21 gigawatts to go on Guardians. Oh, man. It's
I'm
just
so
a
old.
goofy
I worked
day
at the
around
movie
here.
theater when Doc Hollywood was out.
Right. Doc Holliday. This fastest draw in the West. That's what I meant to say. I meant to go virtual queue, Doc Holliday, fastest fingers. So that's where we were going with that. I don't need to explain myself any further. I will dig my own hole later. So the construction over there is moving along really nice. The entrance, we just got some video from going over on the monorail. You can look down, and that entrance looks done. Like, it looks like they're putting final details on it, but I have a feeling that whole area is going to be opened up. The actual stands for scanning into with the magic bands are up. The final details are going on NovaCore ship. It really looks cool over there. I can't wait until all that barricades come down and we can see it in all its glory.
Oh, people are going to flip out when that happens.
Oh, people are going to lose their minds. Like, seeing Marvel on the East Coast is one thing, but for Guardians to open up here, and that coaster apparently is amazing. I know you've been inside the building and got to see the roller coaster itself while it was under construction.
Well, I saw the track, not the coaster.
Right. Well, they what is Zach Ridley, who is the Imagineer over at Epcot, posted a few things of the cars and the queue and stuff.
That is one Disney celebrity I'd love to meet someday.
Yeah, I got to see him during the Space 220 opening.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
I did.
Oh, see,
I'm
I've
an attention whore. I don't mean to use it that way,
It's
but
the blue hair.
it's the blue hair. And look, at the end of the day, he's an amazing creator, and what he's doing over there is an amazing job, and he's young. So he's got many, many years left to work for Disney and with Disney, and I can't wait to see what else he comes up with. Yeah, so that's Zach Ridley.
Lucky.
Anyway, he posted the queue. I'm like, where was I going with this? I'm just going to gush all over this man.
I don't know.
Guy.
I've been cleaning for like the past 10 minutes.
All right, let's wrap things up.
You
with
could
Tron.
eat off my keyboard right now.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Thanks. I can see this podcast went south like 20 minutes ago. Tron Construction. We did get a few shots of the new canopy. It's up completely on one half of the out. It sounds here to one half, but there's two giant domes that are outside. One of the domes is completely covered by the canopy.
Yeah, I've got a construction video. I've been writing it while we've been talking too.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the canopy is about to be done. The entrance to go inside and the exit out look good. They're building a second building that looks like it's going to be for emergency exits if that, God forbid, that were to ever happen. And man, I cannot. I know everybody's excited for Guardians. I am really excited for Tron because to me, Guardians would be like Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's fun. There's a lot of interactive. It looks different. It looks newish. The screen's probably going to be fabulous. Like, I'm not saying anything negative about it. Please don't think that. But Tron is like a roller coaster. And I would rather go on Velocicoaster than on Gringotts.
Gringotts.
But that's just me.
Gringotts.
Gringotts.
Is that the Philly in you? Gringotts.
Gringotts. What? Gringotts?
Yeah.
Come on, that's two different words. It's Gringotts. It's water and Gringotts. Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Yep. So, excuse me.
So do we know why Tron is taking so long? They've been working on that thing for years now.
I really think
Did your buddy Zach tell you anything?
yeah, my buddy Zach, dude, he could care less who I am. At the end of the day, like, look, you've been around some of these Disney Imagineers. You've done some major, major events with them. At the end of the day, a lot of these Imagineers have no clue who anybody else is because they're technicians and engineers, and they're so focused on what they're doing that outside people don't matter to them. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just they are Imagineers. They're building the future of Disney around us, and we just get to play in their sandbox.
Yeah, I mean, you think I work a lot. They work like long hours.
Yeah, and that's what they want to do. So it's not like they're chained to their desk by a mouse.
Yeah.
Here's a visual for you. Never mind. I'm going to stop there because yeah.
I wonder if they have chairs that they can swing their legs on. Office chairs, you know.
Wait. Explain this to me.
The whole short thing. Rewind the show and go back to when I was talking about how short I am. And how
okay.
My legs swing on my office chair here at the desk.
All of a sudden I had this visual of like chains and a swing in their office that they put their feet up. I don't like I went to Playground.
No, I was trying to get a reoccurring joke in there.
No. What you said makes so much more sense. My brain didn't follow. Again,
not the first time.
Not the first time. This is what you get to deal with. I get to man, you talk so much, you just start babbling. And you've seen lives, like I can go for 2 hours just talking and having conversations, and I have no clue where I'm going to start and where I'm going to finish. All I know, the end thing I'm going to say is thank you, good night. Anything in between, I'm so sorry. I apologize. So yeah, let's talk about the future this week. Can we do our like the best Karnak thing?
Like what kind of future are we talking about? Like how high gas prices are going to go, or?
Oh no, I'm not touching that. No, thank you. I'm not doing politics. I'm not doing any of that stuff. No.
So
no,
future park visits. Then.
No, future park visits. Yes.
Where
so you're coming down.
Week? Well, where are you going this week?
I'm going wherever you're going. We're hanging out this week. You get to come down here and hang with me.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You're gonna hate me by the time we're done. You're gonna be like, Lacey, get me out of here. I want to go back to North Carolina.
I'll have
this
like
week,
a bunch of emergencies. Like, there's an emergency on the website. I've got to go back to the room. And then you see me like 10 minutes later in line for a ride or something.
Like, you said there was an emergency. I fixed it. It wasn't that bad. Okay, I'm gonna go over there then. Thanks. I'll be at the exit waiting for you. Damn it.
So we have let's see. I'm gonna try to do Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and I don't have, because we're only there for 3 days. Since Animal Kingdom is a half-day park, see if we can shoot over to Hollywood Studios that evening.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom absolutely is half-day park right now, especially with Everest being down. There's nothing by dinosaur anymore. What else do you have? Avatar. Like that's the biggest wait of the day is waiting for a Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
And then food. Food's great over there. I still want to go. I like what is it? Is it Tiffin's that has the outdoor restaurant that's on the canal area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. Yeah, the fancy food. I just want to sit outside there and watch the float go by.
I like Cetuli Canteen. That's one of my favorite places to eat.
I got to tell you, you opened my eyes up to Cetuli last time with the pasta, not the pasta bowls, whatever the dishes are there.
The
mixing bowls.
Yeah,
they're really, really good. Much better than I ever expected.
Ask for extra sauce.
Yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, Animal Kingdom, and then Hollywood Studios that night, so that'll be a blast. Especially, I mean, I love Hollywood Studios at nighttime.
So what they'll do is, with my luck, is the day after we go to Hollywood Studios, they'll open up Fantasmic the next day. That's my luck.
I'm okay with that, because that means I'll be still down here while you left. Like, hey, Chip,
I'm on the
guess what you're
plane back.
missing?
Yeah, I'm on the plane back to North Carolina. Fantastic opens today.
Why is Craig live on YouTube and Facebook? Like something must be going on. It's Fantasmic. No, do your best, Darth Vader. Best Darth Vader on the plane. Yeah, who knows? Fantasmic should be coming back anytime. I can't wait. I don't know. It's not going to come back this week, obviously, because yeah, they haven't even done any prep for it. Yeah, there's been no live action testing of it. So yeah. So what else?
From your house, can you hear any of the fireworks or anything at
Yes,
Disney?
I can hear every single one of them.
Really?
I cannot see them, but I can. They bounce off of my neighbor's wall, and I can hear
the
them
fireworks
perfectly.
actually shoot and bounce off the wall.
Yes, they bounce. Disney's amazing. They're Imagineering. That's why they're chained to their desks the whole time. They come up with ideas like that.
Dad jokes for the win.
The sound reflects off of my neighbor's building into my house, and so I can tell you the time by what I hear coming through my building. It's like, oh, 9 o'clock. That's harmonious. Oh, 8 o'clock. Oh, and speaking of that, while you're down here, time changes.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Everybody remember on Saturday into Sunday morning, it is spring forward. So set your clocks back up. Set your clocks back. I just said forward and back. And set your clocks forward an hour. That's Sunday morning, Saturday night. So you'll get an extra
you don't get an extra anything. You're losing in it an hour.
Well, really what you get is an extra hour of light at nighttime.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool but on the same time, Harmonious and Enchantment are going to be going off at 9 o'clock at the same time right now. So there's no way to run from Enchantment at 8 o'clock and run over to Epcot and watch Harmonious.
I've never been able to make that run.
It's like doing the Kessel run. You have to do it in 12 parsecs or less.
See, I was thinking Smoking the Bandit, making the run from Texarkana.
Yeah, see, that's called being from Pittsburgh.
Well, Smoking the Bandit's from the South. How is that from Pittsburgh? South
Pittsburgh? It may be on the west side, but that's very south. I was trying to figure out how to get a Pittsburgh jam.
Even the song says eastbound and down.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not singing this week.
Eastbound down. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this week I am going from. I'm going to go over to Epcot today, if I can get over there before it starts raining, and get a few things. Tomorrow will be Magic Kingdom Day. And we're really behind on Magic Kingdom stuff right now because they just released a whole bunch of cupcakes for Women's History Month. A whole lot Tron's going up, so we want to get pictures of that. We always hope that the train's running, doing testing. So it'd be nice to go over there and hear the train run. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's my dream.
Well, it can. It's not complete. The whole loop isn't completed.
So. No, but today we're testing it. They can go in a big giant sea. Speaking of that, there's no reason for it to be shut down. It could be just doing back and forth the whole day.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It really would be. There's one thing I can't wait to come back. I hope one day they're like, oh, the train's coming back. Let's do a media event for it. Please, can I go? Can I go, Chip? I want to go see the train. I like the train. Yeah, Wednesday. That's Wednesday. So we got Epcot today. If it doesn't rain, tomorrow's Magic Kingdom. Got to get over to Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom this week. So,
well, if you don't,
a lot of stuff going on a lot of stuff going on over at the resorts. A lot of new ears over at Pop, and what's the other one? Art of Animation. Yeah, they have those color changing ones. So we want to try and check those things out, and then whatever comes in the meantime, we want to be around to cover. Other than that, yeah, it's just when you come in,
got a media event too.
Oh, right. We have. Oh, that's Thursday, isn't that? That is. I'm looking at my calendar. Thursday, we are going to SeaWorld for the grand opening. Hold on, I'm pulling up my Gmail right now. I don't want to mispronounce and say this is the wrong thing. It is a new
Aquatica Orlando.
Aquatica Orlando. Where is
the Reef Plunge?
Reef
I've got-
plunge. That
I've
is
got a
what it's
faster
called.
computer.
Thank you.
That looks like a lot of fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. I love water slides like that. So this water slide has been open prior, but it got a new theming and they cleared up the track. So it's almost a brand new track going down. They cleaned it up. This is the one where you go in between the tanks that have the dolphins swimming around.
Oh, wow.
So this is a really cool event. SeaWorld Aquatica always tries to update and stay up to date and make sure everything's clean and wonderful, because Aquatica is really one of the best water parks in the world. So they treat it well and they do a good job with that. So we're looking forward to going over there Thursday and hanging out with our friends over at SeaWorld.
Is it better than Volcano Bay? Because I really like Volcano Bay.
I think Volcano Bay is fun. Volcano Bay, there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps at Volcano Bay. Like you want to do anything, you go up that volcano.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. There is a lot of steps. I don't know. I think Volcano Bay has more high intensity things, whereas I think SeaWorld's more of a family friendly. You can kind of relax a little bit during the day and enjoy yourself. I think they're both good. Aquatica, to me, is a quieter and more fun experience.
Oh, okay. I've never been there, so
I think it's awesome. We did the new 2-person slide last year, and that was a blast. So
yeah, that was one of your first events, wasn't it?
that was one of my first events. So we're coming up on what, 1-year anniversary?
Wow.
Well, for media events, I don't know. I'm up to almost 800 articles this year, so it's been a while. Which I'm sure you're at like 20,000.
Yeah, I think I clicked 30,000.
Dang. See,
Well, you got to figure I've been doing this since 2009.
Right. And all respect to you, because you've been doing this so long. Like, I'm sure your fingers, and you could put together an article without even thinking or breathing or even having your eyes open.
I wrote an article while we were doing this.
I figured as much. I could hear you typing. And we found out that you can clean while I talk.
Yes.
I'm always wondering why my wife does that. And now I know that you literally just answered a whole bunch of questions in my life.
Yeah, Holly and I are a lot alike.
Yes, very much.
Putting up with you and then cleaning while we do.
Yes. Oh, clean freak. Like you and her, like, and nothing for nothing. So yesterday was my day off. And I was like, okay, I was at Disney for 4 days in a row. I can come home and relax, breathe, get my energy back. And she's like, no, you're cleaning. Like, son of a gun. So I had to spend the day cleaning yesterday with her. And she's
you didn't give the defense that I wasn't here. Why do I have to clean?
No. I did pull that. I complained the whole time. Are you kidding me? The whole time I complained. I was like, why are my kids are 15 and 17 who live in this house, and one's 26. Like, y'all, I was working. I know I was working at Disney. Okay, I was playing at Disney, but clean up after yourselves. Kids these days.
Oh, yeah.
And my kids are me, like they're mini me's, so they talk back. So as soon as I bring up anything, they're like, oh, yeah, Dad, whatever, shut up. Like, whoa, at least do it in a joking manner.
You ought to chain them to their desks.
Apparently, and get them a swing like you. Callback time, baby, callback. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm really looking forward to you coming down. You and I always have a good time when you're down here. Lacey's such a great person to talk to and hang with, so we're really looking forward to seeing her. And I know Holly's looking to hang out with you guys. So I hope you guys have a safe trip. I hope everything works out in your travels. And we will see you on Saturday down here when we get together over Animal Kingdom.
Sounds like fun.
So, any parting words, Chip?
No.
No go pens. No, none of that.
Nah, not really.
All right. Well, in that case,
I've got to go to the bathroom.
Then we'll wrap this up quickly. Guys, remember to go to chipandco.com on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on the web. Please check out past episodes. Subscribe to this wherever you're listening to. We really do appreciate it. We're having a great time doing this. We're going to keep at this. Chip, I hope you have safe travels. I will see you on Saturday. Everybody else.
Any stuff on your page this week?
It's been
Do you have
very
anything going
busy.
on?
Yeah. I think we're gonna go live maybe today for 5 minutes. Who knows? We'll see what's going on, how much it rains. So
Okay.
that's at the Disney Fanatics. If y'all want to hear me talk for hours at a time, then please do.
I like your live videos. I enjoy watching them.
I tell you what, man, I had a great time with you the other day doing live from Flower and Garden. We need to do that more often.
Yeah, where we talk to one another.
Yeah.
Till your audio goes out.
Yep, till my audio goes out and everything goes crazy. But thank God that was at the end. Anyway, we'll end this because we both have to get going here. And guys, we really appreciate you out there. I will say ahoy hoy and whatever else.
Yeah, to our one fan, thank you for listening.
We truly appreciate it if we haven't alienated you yet. So, Chip, why don't you take us out?
See ya. I don't know what else to say. I don't really have a catchphrase. Water.
That's
I'm going to go get some water. That's my catchphrase. Am I saying it right?
Yep. You're perfect. Just end this thing.
Right.
Just hit end.
Clicking the button now.
End the button.